Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to Moving Mountains for You. I'm your host, Ice Left Zeladon. I go by Sachi Ice Queen on a lot of social medias, including Clubhouse, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. That's me. And today we have such a very, very special guest. His name is Robert. Ronald, Ronald Gibbs Jr. And so I met him like a couple of days ago. No, probably like a week or two ago. And we were just talking, and I loved his passion. I loved his energy. I loved his posts on Facebook. I don't really reach out to anybody when it comes to like my podcast and stuff like that because I'm very selective, because I like to, give it a little bit of time. I like to get to know the person a little bit, see what they're posting and see if they really know their stuff. And let me tell you, this guy knows his stuff. And so he's gonna be speaking to us about finances and credit and just give a little bit of information. And so Ronald, go ahead and welcome everyone, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you so much. I mean, it was great that I met you, and that ball of energy, like, when we met a few days ago, it's contagious. People that drove me to keep this dialogue up. And like I said, I just came across this information 4 years ago. A little bit about me. I'm from the Cleveland, Ohio area. Mostly here, except for 5 years of my life, mainly here. And I noticed, went to school, got the degree, got the regular job. And I noticed, nobody taught me these things as I became an adult, right? I got myself in some trouble. And I found myself getting to the age of 40. And I'm looking around, I'm saying, I need help. I'm getting ready to make major life decisions, and I can't do them because I've gotten myself in these predicaments. So this is a big reason why I'm adamant about getting this message out. And what happened to me in my life has led me to leading this crusade to making sure no person is left behind, that every person has their voice, whether they're young, whether they are middle-aged, whatever it is, journey in their life, everybody needs to have this information. So that's why me and this wonderful woman that are teaming up to make sure that everybody.
He's cutting out a little bit, but yeah, we met, shout out to PEG podcast and Char, because that's how we even met. And so, but yeah, he was cutting up a little bit, but just wanted to give her a shout out really quick.
Is that me? Is that on my end?
I can hear you now, so you're good.
Shout out to Shar. She's a former protege of mine. It's a small world out here, guys. I'm telling you. You get in these social media circles, like, it's a small world. You'd be surprised at the people that we connect with. So
that's the main thing.
Stay out there.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Stay connected. Hello, Mr. Ben. We are on Zoom, and we're talking with Ronald Gibbs Jr. And he's going to talk to us about finances. So if you have a question, you can put it in the chat. But go ahead, Ronald.
Okay, so, like I said, I'll go into that. I actually kind of went over that first part why I went into, finances, because like I said, back in 99, I got into a company called that's Legal Shield now. That was my first company, get my feet wet in the industry. And we noticed people needed help with, if they got in trouble, legal troubles like that. So I got reintroduced back into this field like 4 years ago. Like I said, because of what I actually needed in that time. I was in an actual need. I didn't even really want to do the business. It was just, I needed to improve my credit. It was at a point where it was embarrassing to even talk to someone about. Most people know in your family, you're not sitting together, eating good dinner and chopping your hey, so what's up with your credit score? How's it looking? Hey,
I know, right?
wonderful.
That's not
Yeah,
a
I'm at a 450. What are you at? So um it was, taboo conversation. And this is the conversation that we really need to start having. So not to make this long. Um when I started, who influenced me the most would be my parents. They talked about it a little bit, but they only could teach me what they knew.
shout out to his
And those are some,
parents. You did it
right.
right. Shout out.
Yeah. Some of those things are predated. Some of them are, they only knew what they knew, and there's no fault of theirs. And that's why we're trying to teach, old and young, because, habits are passed down through generation to generation, right? You do you replicate what is being given to you. So we have to do a better job of being that example for our youth coming up, whether they're our youth, whether we're connected, any way we're connected, getting that message out. So one thing that I could give as a piece of advice to somebody struggling with credit, I would say don't get totally discouraged. You may get to that point like you want to throw in the towel, like I was. I tried other things. I mean, I was out there. I'm not going to mention any names on here because I might get in trouble. I might get reprimanded. I might get a call from these people. But no, I mean, I literally was working 8 to 5 every day like you guys. And bills kept coming in and people knocking and ringing on my doorbell, and I'm getting all these letters in the mail, and I'm really pulling my hair out, getting depressed because I'm a man of faith, and I like to pay things. I don't like to shy away from what I owe. Like I like to pay my debts and be in a good standing, with these people. And it was really, unnerving to me. So what I would say is don't get discouraged. If anything, what the gurus will tell you is go on YouTube. Find us on Google. Like,
Speaking of YouTube,
technology is,
hey,
yeah.
shout out to all the YouTubers that are helping people with their finances. There's so many, people that are on YouTube giving financial advice. I'm one of those people, literally. I give, kind of just generic how to save money, like really just generic stuff that a lot of people don't really think about. Literally, if you don't eat out and you save your money and cook, you can save money pretty quick, just saying. So but yeah, definitely, you touched a little bit about, depression, and I am a mental health advocate because my son has autism, and so mental health is very, very important in our household. And so just wanted to shout out to anybody, and to also really honestly shout out to all those therapists, all those doctors, all those nurses, all those, support systems that they don't have any credentials, but they are there for you. And so just wanted to definitely extend my gratitude to all of those people because you are the real ones, like they say. And so, that's awesome that, you're telling people not to give up and not to, just shy away from credit and give up, because if one thing, about United States, since I'm first generation born citizen here in the United States, credit is something that's a new word for a lot of immigrants. And so, my audiences just wanted, I want to speak to them, and I want to be like, hey, learn what credit is and learn how to get good credit, learn how to earn credit. And there's amazing people like Ronald here that can teach you and help you if you are in that hole, or if you just want to learn more. So what are the best ways for them to contact you?
Wow, guys. I have two platforms in one. I actually have my digital business card on my Facebook page. So really, that would be the best way. Either me sharing my digital card with you that has all of my links on there in my YouTube channel, Like I said, also if you scroll, she'll probably have my link to my Facebook page posted. That way, when you scroll down on my digital card, it'll actually take you to all of those different TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, you
Yeah.
name it, I'm there. So
Do you have a link tree?
I do. I
Oh,
do. Yes, I do.
okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it in the description since this is gonna be on YouTube. So if you're interested in anything to do with credit and you need help, we're gonna leave the information down here. And just wanted to also shout out my mom. It was just Mother's Day, and so all the moms out there,
Shout out to moms.
it's
Yeah.
it's the month of May, so happy Mother's month.
Happy Mother's Day. Yes. Happy
Yeah,
mom.
so moms are very, very essential in a lot of areas, and so wanted to definitely take a moment and just say thank you, Mom. And so anybody else you want to shout out, Mr. Gibbs?
Yeah, my mom is one. I wouldn't be the person I am today. I wouldn't know what I know without my mom. My grandmother is still living. My father's side, shout out to her. Very lot like my mother, very diligent, very caring and loving. Wants you to succeed in life and do the best. And shout out to Shar, my student, my protege.
PEG
PEG
podcast
out
and
there doing her thing. Check her out.
yeah.
And shout out to all my current mentors, people that take the time to pour into me and put me on game and really, got me to this point. Like nobody can do it by themselves. Like everybody is a culmination of who you around. And that's another tip I would leave you guys with on this journey with credit. And it could take you other places. Like don't just stop at this one area, keep going. But look at the 5 people that's around you. You know what I mean? Give a hard look. And if they're not really giving you value and they're not supporting what you're doing, they don't want to see you elevate and get to somewhere else. It may be time to cut ties. I had to face that reality about 5 or 6 years ago myself. And you are the 5 people you're around the most. So if you're 5 people, it's not rocking with you well, yeah, it's time to start snipping and start adding some different people. Get uncomfortable. That's another tip. Start getting comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Bomb. That is a truth bomb right there, because that is like the whole definition of adulting. Yeah. Get comfortable with uncomfortable, because honestly, like I remember so many times, I got my first house when I was 22. And it's just because I had goals. I knew I'm the youngest of 6 kids, and so I saw all of my siblings struggle. Not all of them struggled, but a lot of them did struggle with credit. Maybe like 1 or 2 of them. And they were one of my sisters. And so that's something that was very important to me when I was growing up. And I probably wouldn't have gotten my house at 22 if it wasn't for me seeing how it affected my siblings. And so, now, I'm a substitute teacher, as well as, I am the director of Learning Idiom, which is a nonprofit. It's based out of here in Conway, Arkansas, and we just teach English and Spanish. And so we do it virtually, which is a lot of fun. And it's just our way to give back. This broadcast and this video and this clubhouse room is all brought to you by Learning Idiom and Zealot Help. My limited liability company where I translate every day. And even whenever I don't, I'm translating in my mind. And so,
got to get with her. She's a queen at translate. This is what attracted me to this person. As far as like, I said, I got to link forces with this person. She knows so much. She does so much. And that's what I mentioned just a second ago. Like, Like get uncomfortable. Like it should make you tingle and sweat. Like you get around people, you getting comfortable with being around the same people that's doing the same thing the last 10, 15 years, and you're not where you want to be at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's time to change that location. Maybe it's time to change that person that you're around, you know. So
I mean, if you guys can see my calendar back there, it's a dry erase and it's only a week, you know, that will show you, you know, you write your goals down, write what your calendar down, you know, if anybody, you know, even when it comes to credit, write down when your bills are due, write down on, you know, they say if you write something, you can remember it easier. And so, and then him talking about the 5 people, that's what they say, that you are the average of the 5 people around you. So, you know, Mr. Gibbs knows what he's doing and he can definitely help you and when it comes to credit. And so, yeah, I just definitely wanted to thank him for his time and all of my students who are listening to this podcast. You already know I always bring you quality content, quality people, and information that you're going to need for your daily, you know, life. In Moving Mountains for You, we focus on mental health, spiritual health, as well as financial health. And so that's the main reason why we wanted to get this amazing man on here. So, you know, just all of my students, if you haven't listened to any of the other episodes, you know, we will be having class soon. So, but yeah, definitely wanted to thank you for your time and
appreciate it. It was an honor being here.
no problem. You know, this is one of my favorite things to do. I literally have 8 years of experience. You know, then that's just studying how to ask questions and answer questions. My bachelor's is right there. It's journalism. My emphasis is print. I did 3 years in high school as well. So this is my favorite part of my day because it's something that I love. And so it doesn't really feel like work. And so if I'm going to leave one last tip for anybody out there, find what you like, find what you're good at, and stick with that. You know, if, you know, people always go for the money, people always go for, you know, somebody else's dream. Don't do that. Look within, and, you know, you have essential skills, you know, you have gifts, and you have you know, abilities that you might not even think of. And so just really kind of look in the mirror, and you'll be able to definitely live a more successful and happier life. And so any last words, Mr. Gibbs?
Yeah, I'm a piggyback on what you said. Everybody knows there's a few entertainers out there that, you know, did not make it because it was not what was in their bank account, but it was what was in their heart. And if you chase that carrot, if you go after that, I'm here to tell you, it will destroy a lot of people if you're going after the wrong thing. See, the money is a tool to help other people. If you keep that as your main focus, no matter how much money that you have, you will be internally gratified. You will be fulfilled, right? Like, you know, when you go eat every day, like you're eating because you don't want to be hungry anymore, right? The same thing with what you're doing. Like I notice people at their job, they're working, okay. They say, I want to pay my bills. That's why I'm going to work. But they have to keep going back because they're not gratified. Okay. If you find that thing she mentioned that puts you where you want to be spiritually, financially, emotionally, like it's going to take care of the rest. But make sure that it's something that you fulfill that you could do for free, right? And then once you find that thing, don't let it go. Jump on that bandwagon, get as much mentorship as possible. Like I said, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I'm telling you, get with some people that's going to stretch you, put you in another stratosphere. I'm trying to tell you, because you come around this way one time, right? And you trying to leave legacy. Think about that. I watch people for our sports guys that's on here and female, excuse me. You watch Shaq, you watch, you know, when they do Inside the NBA. Now, you notice Shaq owns all of these different companies. You notice LeBron is still playing. And before he, you know, retires and puts the laces up, his 7, 10, 15, 20 generations, they're already taken care of.
Yep, they sure
for
are.
what they're doing now. But it's because Because when you watch Shaq and LeBron, what they're doing with their donations, they're doing it from their heart. It's not all about they're giving more money away than they are worried about how much is coming into their account. They're passionate about kids not coming up having a struggle like they did. They want kids to go to school. They want people to have jobs. They want people to have businesses. So if you find something, whatever it is, doesn't have to be that. Whatever it is that you're passionate and that you're good about, hold on to that. Polish it up. And then let it just take you to the next level. I'm gonna be quiet because I keep talking.
No, I mean, that's awesome. That's definitely true. So anybody listening out there, he speaks the truth. He's not just also, your credit guy. He's dropping
Credit pastor.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the credit master, like he said. But learning idiom is something that I did last year. This is our second year, and it is the best thing that has ever happened to me because I went on, just like you said, I did what I like to do, and a nonprofit, literally, it's for free. That's the reason why I have my limited liability company, because you better believe it, I do charge to translate into, interpret, a wedding. I got to interpret a wedding. It was so cool, and so there's just a lot of things that, you can do if you just kind of sit there and think, what are you good at and what do you like to do? And so that's one thing that I, years ago, sat down and looked, and I did that because my sister told me. She told me when I was in college, find something that you like to do and find something that you're good at. I was really good at numbers, but I loved to write. And so I chose journalism. And so I'm just kind of, just doing my part, that we're all in this together. We're all trying to our best. And, if you're not at that point, then I think you should definitely change your mindset. Because if you're not mentally fit, if you're not mentally there, then definitely seek help. We did touch a little bit about depression. I did struggle with depression when I was in college. So that's something that I'm a big mental health advocate. So there's hotlines out there, reach out for help. You can't do it alone, just like he said. And so this summer we're going to have a summer program for 10 people who want to be authors. Doesn't matter your age. My son is 10 years old and he's a 10-year-old author. His book is on Amazon. It's called Kevin Walks at Midnight. He's an autistic son, a high functioning autistic kid. He drew his own little drawings, illustrations. And so, if a 10-year-old can do it with autism, you don't really have an excuse. And so you just need someone to challenge you. You need someone to be there. And I was that person last year for him. And I'm just thankful that I have the support system that I do, and amazing friends like Mr. Gibbs. And so, anybody out there that is wants any more information, definitely check him out on his Facebook, on his Instagram. And yeah, like I said, if you're here on Clubhouse, you can definitely you can find him on Facebook. That's the best way for you to find him. And his name is Ronald Gibbs Jr. And so thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your time, and take care. God bless, and peace be with you.
God bless everyone.